The Waqf Amendment Bill becomes the latest political flashpoint. 6 months before Bihar election, the opposition, the proverbial India alliance, has found a rallying point.
किसी भी कीमत पर हम लोगों का प्रयास है कि ये बिल पास ना हो। अगर एक होकर के हम लोग लड़े तो इंशाअल्लाह हम लोगों की जीत तय है।
The BJP on the offensive.
दूसरा वक्फ के नाम पर एक भी कोई इन्होंने वेलफेयर का काम किया हो, एक भी नहीं आप गिना सकते। देखिए, सरकारों पर यही एक दबाव बना करके ब्लैकमेलिंग लोग करते थे।
1 year before elections in Tamil Nadu, the issue now center stage. The Tamil Nadu Assembly on Thursday passed a resolution against the proposed amendment to the Waqf Act.
வக்ஃப் வாரிய திருத்த சட்ட முன்வடிவினை Waqf Amendment Bill 2024 முழுமையாக திரும்பப் பெற வேண்டும் என்று ஒன்றிய அரசை இப்பேரவை வலியுறுத்துகிறது என்ற தீர்மானத்தை நான் முன்மொழிந்து அமைகிறேன்.
Chief Minister Stalin called the bill a direct threat to the rights of minorities and the powers of the Waqf board.
இது முஸ்லிம்களின் மத நிர்வாகத்தில் அரசு தலையிடுவதாகும். இது அரசு இந்த சொத்துக்களை கைப்பற்றுவதற்கான வாய்ப்பை உருவாக்குவதாக முஸ்லிம்கள் அச்சப்படுகிறார்கள்.
The AIDMK, which is in alliance talks with the BJP, backed the resolution.
Rather than giving a solution, trying to instigate people and keep the issue burn and living for vote bank politics is highly condemnable.
The BJP staged a walkout.
They want to divide the people in the name of language. They want to divide the people in the name of state. They want to divide the people in the name of religion.
The Waqf Amendment Bill, the new glue that binds the opposition. Top focus on To The Point this evening. All right, so that's what we're going to be debating this evening. However, viewers, why do we say that the Waqf Amendment Bill and the protest against that, India, or the proverbial India alliance, has found a rallying cause, or the glue that binds the India alliance, at least for now. Take a look at how the parties stack out in case of support for the Waqf Amendment Bill and those who don't support it. Even some of the political outfits that are alongside the BJP in alliance at the centre, like the JDU and the LJP, have made their stand rather unclear. Many suggest they're rather uncomfortable as Bihar elections are coming in the next 6 months. Bihar has a percentage of 17% where it comes down to of Muslims, and in that 17 percentage, the JDU had got a sizable chunk of vote in election 2020, which was close to about 7%. The LJP also gets a bit of the Muslim vote. So there is a bit of discomfort there. So even the allies of the BJP are unclear. And then you can see all the India alliance parties banding together on a common cause against the Waqf Amendment Bill. You only have two political outfits in the country, the BJP and the Shiv Sena, the Eknath Shinde faction, who are now alongside the BJP where the Waqf Amendment Bill is concerned. So therefore, one can clearly see that the Waqf Amendment Bill is the new glue that is seemingly binding where the opposition is concerned. But in midst of it all, it's also interesting to note, why is it that Tamil Nadu, a state that has a population just less, just a little less than 6.5% where Muslims stand, why is it that Tamil Nadu has decided to moot the resolution against the Waqf Amendment Bill? Let's just look at, where the Tamil party stands. Against the bill, DMK, Congress, VCK, AIDMK. Interesting, huh? AIDMK wants to be, or rumored to be, getting into an alliance once again with the BJP. PNK is a part of the alliance with the BJP, yet are standing with the DMK where the resolution against the bill was passed. In favor of the bill in the state of Tamil Nadu, the BJP stands completely isolated, all alone. All right, now this is what have been the for and the against, in terms of arguments where the Waqf bill is concerned. Will it be tabled in this session? That, viewers, is the big question, because word has it there could be a possibility that the centre, looking at its allies being a tad bit uncomfortable, might not bring the bill in this session, or that fact even the monsoon session. So the questions that we ask at the back of what we've seen, protests and a resolution in Tamil Nadu, the Waqf Amendment Bill, the new glue that binds the opposition. The second question: has Tamil Nadu and the Chief Minister M.K. Stalin opposed the Waqf Bill as a quid pro quo for support on delimitation in NEP? Why we pose that question is important, because like we pointed out, the Muslim population in Tamil Nadu is just about 6%. So what does politically Stalin, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, gain from it? Possibly showing support to its allies and then hoping to get the same support back when it comes down to the two language policy and delimitation. Other than that, BJP Bihar Tamil Nadu allies insecure over Waqf Bill. We've seen the PMK, an ally of the BJP, standing with the DMK on the resolution against the Waqf Amendment Bill. The AIDMK, which rumored to be in alliance talks with the BJP, has taken an ideological stand with the DMK. And in Bihar, both the JDU and the LJP have said absolutely nothing when it comes down to the Waqf Amendment Bill. So the final question that we ask then, will the BJP pick the Waqf Amendment Bill, or will it pick ally appeasement, which could be a tad bit important, keeping in mind elections in Bihar in the next 6 months? Let's cut across to our political face-off this evening, and just before we get into that, both panelists will get 2 minutes each, and after that the fader goes down on its own. I have no part to play in it, which is the best part in the debate. Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson Bharatiya Janata Party, joins me. So does A. Sarvanan, Spokesperson DMK. Mr. Sarvanan, I'd like to begin with you, because the question I want to ask you is, which seems to be foxing a lot of us even in the studio. Tamil Nadu has a population which is just about 6% where Muslims are concerned. What does the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu get by passing a resolution which is anti-Waqf Amendment Bill? Politically, is this just a quid pro quo? You know, you're banding with your allies to seek support on delimitation and the two-language policy.
See, I think you've got it all wrong about DMK. DMK is not a party which will do anything on the eye with the vote bank. This is not about vote bank politics. We have opposed, if you look at the last 10 years, ever since the BJP has come to power, we have opposed every single bill which is anti-people. We have supported bills which is aligning with our ideology. N number of bills, CAA, the farmers bill, any bill you take, we have done that. So this we feel is trying to destroy the secular fabric of our constitution. It is trying to do away with the reason why this Waqf Amendment Bill in 1954 was passed. If you look at the way the JPC was conducted, they said, oh, we had this JPC, and the JPC, the opposition asked for the JPC, we have granted this JPC. So why are you questioning it? The amendments brought in by the opposition has not been considered at all. Only all the amendments brought in by the ruling party MPs, which is aligning with their intention of this Waqf Amendment Bill, that has been set through. Then why do we need to go through this facade of JPC at all? You have done great disservice to this JPC, the concept of JPC. We did not have this at all. And now they want to, the BJP is a party which is known to divide people on the basis of religion. They think by doing this, if you look at CIA, it was criticized because it was discriminating Muslims. The same here, Triple Talaq Bill, and now here the Waqf Act, which is trying to take away the salient features which will safeguard the properties of the Muslim community. That is the reason why our Chief Minister has passed this. We opposed this in the Parliament. We said we will not allow this to be diluting the rights of the Muslim people. That is the reason why we are opposing this, not based on any vote bank politics. There is no quid pro quo. Our leader, Mr. M.K. Stalin, is the
So your time is up. Time is up. Your fader's down. I want to bring in Sanju Verma into this conversation. Sanju Verma, the BJP stands rather isolated in all of this. You only have the Eknath Shinde, Shiv Sena, standing alongside you, supporting the Waqf Amendment Bill. Even your own allies in Bihar like JDU and LJP are not saying a word, and word has it that they're very uncomfortable if this bill is tabled in Parliament in the budget session. Tamil Nadu, same story. PMK is part of the DMK in passing the resolution. PMK is your ally. AIDMK hopes to be your ally, ideologically standing with the DMK.
You know, Preeti, I will respond to every pointed query of yours, but I think I need to call out the bluff and the ignorance of the DMK spokesperson. He was sitting here and spewing lies. First and foremost, the CAA is not anti-Muslim. All it seeks to do is to give citizenship to persecuted minorities, including Hindus, Buddhists, Jains, and Sikhs from Afghanistan, Bangladesh, and Pakistan. Secondly, and more importantly, let's talk about the Waqf, because that's the topic of the debate today. Don't forget, Preeti, a 655-page report, more than 112 hours of deliberations, more than 38 sessions, more than 44 amendments, more than 282 dissent notes, more than 287 suggestions. All these have been incorporated in the final draft of the proposed Waqf Amendment Act. So it's not that, Jagdambika Pal, who was heading the Waqf committee in terms of what the JPC sought to do, has taken any unilateral decision. The second and most important point is this. When, people from the opposition say, the Waqf stands against Article 26 of the Constitution, which gives minorities the right to manage their religious affairs. Yes, minorities are given right to manage their religious affairs under Article 26, but the same Constitution says that no right is absolute. It is subject to limitations pertaining to public order, morality, and health. And let me tell you, India is not governed by Sharia. Even Muslim countries like Algeria, Nigeria, Iran, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Malaysia, Indonesia, even these countries have rejected any draconian form of Waqf. So we are wanting to be holier than thou, more loyal than the Pope. And I'm sorry, this country will be ruled by law, will be ruled by the Samvidhan ki Lal Kitab, not by Topi Dharis.
Time is done. Your fader is down. I want to bring back the DMK spokesperson back into this debate. Mr. Saravanan, you had Sanju Verma who posed some questions on the credibility of what you were saying, number one. Number two, the larger question, do you see this, the stand that the Tamil Nadu government has taken? Now, there was earlier on, one seemed to suggest that the India alliance was really not an alliance anymore. Everyone was on their different planet doing their own thing. Do you see them all coming back together now on the same stratosphere, at least for now, where the Waqf, amendment bill could be that glue that binds the opposition?
Yeah, see, if you look at the way this Waqf amendment has been passed in, see, the most contentious provision in the 1995 Act, the members of the Waqf committee were all belonging to the same community, the Muslim community. Now they want to tinker with that. They say any people belonging to the other communities, other religions can also become a member of the Waqf. I think this will dilute, this will be against their interest, which has not been done. It has been going on successfully for the same setup which has been going successfully for the last almost 70 years. Why would you want to tinker with that? See, in the state of Tamil Nadu, we have HRNCE, we have similar executive committees, we have similar things where only if it is a temple, only Hindus are allowed. They'll only deal with the temple properties. Nobody else can do that. So why, with regard to this, and when this was pointed out by our leader, Mr. A. Raja, he has clearly mentioned how the JPC was a mockery. Their views were never been taken into account. And if you look at the India alliance, on issues concerning this nation, we have been together. We have been fighting this BJP. See, they use this as a tactic to conceal their failures, their incompetence, the corruption. They want to hide all that. I don't know how long they're going to go ahead with this. Hindu, Muslim, Hindu, Muslim, Hindu, Muslim. It is not auguring well for the economy of the country. Harmonious living is the USP for economic growth. The BJP in the last 10 years done away with that, and now we are facing that problem. Look at all the reports which speaks about the economy. The middle class is having the same kind of purchasing power which we had in 1820. and the rich is becoming richer, the poor is becoming poorer. And they have pointed out that every middle class is one illness away from poverty. How the BJP has done, have they done anything at all for the common man?
Sir, your time is up. Time is up.
They want to hide all that.
You know, the fact is, whether or not the bill is progressive or discriminatory is a different debate. We are not getting into it. We've actually had that debate. And many questions can be raised on either sides of that divide. But to, veer back into what we were speaking of, this is a political debate. And Sanju Verma, politically speaking, you're isolated. You know, whether you say everyone will have to follow the rule of law, your own allies don't want to do that. There's fair amount of pressure coming in from the JDU. 7% of the Muslim vote the JDU got in 2020. They actually feel that you're going to be alienating their vote bank in Bihar by tabling this bill. And possibly that, Sanju Verma, could be the reason it's not been tabled so far. Many hedging bets that it will not be tabled by the BJP.
Can I start, Preeti?
Yes.
And I want my 2 minutes because I think when I start speaking, your watch starts galloping.
Okay,
so please
now you can't tell me I have not. Okay, start.
Thank you. Preeti, first and foremost, I will not allow lies to go unchecked. And please do not interrupt me. I did not heckle this man from DMK. He's sitting here and speaking absolute rubbish on the economy. Just 24 hours back, the International Monetary Fund, the IMF has said that India today has a GDP of $4.34 trillion and it will exceed Japan's $4.4 trillion in the next few months, becoming the world's fourth largest economy. And the IMF says not 2027, in 2026, India will overtake Germany to become the world's third largest economy at more than $4.9 trillion. So when this DMK spokesperson says, oh, the economy is, in the throes of bankruptcy, he's absolutely talking balderdash. But let me tell you something. What the DMK has failed to do. Do you know something, Preeti? Today, along with Punjab, DMK's misgovernance in Tamil Nadu has pushed Tamil Nadu onto the edge of a precipice. The debt of Tamil Nadu is more than 8.3 lakh crore, one of the most indebted states of India. Point number 2, apart from debt, the drug mafia, the destruction of temples, the lawlessness. Who can forget the Coimbatore terror blast of October 2022 when M.K. Stalin was caught napping? All he does is, have cudgels with the governor R.N. Ravi. That is all that this man M.K. Stalin is doing. And the DMK spokesperson lecturing the BJP on secularism, Udayanidhi Stalin, the deputy CM of Tamil Nadu and son of M.K. Stalin, said Sanatan Dharma is equal to dengue, malaria, rabies, COVID. And the entire DMK Jamaat, inke muh mein tab dahi jam gaya. Waqf is not even followed by Islamic countries. There's no place for Waqf in India, which is governed by the Constitution, not by the Sharia. So it's time for Waqf to go. We don't need it.
Well, your time is up, ma'am. But, I really wish I had control over a watch. But there's a reason why we've put the watch there. You can time your watch to the 2 minutes. Both of you are given exactly the same time. The watch can't gallop for one and go slow for the other. I'm going to give you final 2 minutes each. And I want to begin with Mr. Ray Sarvana. Your final submission, Mr. Sarvana, on mooting the resolution in your state assembly.
Yeah, see, the resolution has been moved against the Waqf Amendment Act, which will give us a sense of security to all the Muslims across the country. We are here. That is the message our Chief Minister has sent. We are here. We are the guardians of the Constitution. See, a constitutional democracy, title disputes can be decided only through courts. A title dispute cannot be decided by the executive, which is one of the salient features of this Waqf Amendment Bill. That is one of the important reasons why we are opposing it. On the front of debts, it's very rich on the part of the BJP to speak about debts. It's 8.3 lakh crores. Yes, it is. And we are within the manageable limits. The 15th Finance Commission says it should be within 30% of the GSDP of the state. We are at 26%. Look at the debt of the BJP government. 200 lakh crores, 185 lakh crores last year, and it's going to bulge to 200 lakh crores. And what is the percentage to GDP? 56%. And they project that this will go to 2027, 87% of the GDP. What have all they done with the money? Is the common man happy with it? Not at all. Let them speak that we will bring $1 trillion, we will bring $5 trillion, or they say so, they say so. But what is the common man feeling on the ground? That is what is important. And let them not speak about governance to the state of Tamil Nadu, because The entire BJP states are copying the schemes what we have done in the last 3-4 years. Ludly began. They say we won Maharashtra because of this wonderful scheme. Who implemented the scheme? Our Chief Minister, Mr. M.K. Stalin, under the Dravidian model of governance. 2,500 rupees to people in Delhi, women in Delhi. How did they copy this from? Because we executed this Magalir Urimai Togai, 1,000 rupees, successfully rolled out for the last 2 years. This is what governance is called. Take any index, whether it is a human development index or an economic index. Tamil Nadu is consistently on the top 3 states in the country. If the BJP wants lessons, if Mr. Amit Shah wants lessons on governance, if Modi wants lessons how to govern, how to be a welfare state.
I want to bring back Sanjeev Verma into this conversation. Sir, your fader is going to go down. I don't know why it's not going down. Okay. 2 more seconds you've got. Sanjeev Verma, you got 2 exact more seconds than like Mr. Sarvana got. Final submission, maybe you'd like to answer Sanjeev Verma on why you don't have your allies on the board. You don't have to convince Mr. Sarvana. You have to convince the allies. Your allies are not convinced. Go ahead, ma'am.
Preeti, first and foremost, I do not wish to dignify the DMK spokesperson by comparing myself to him. He does not even know the spelling of economy. I'm sure he does not know the difference between Aadhaar card and PAN card. And I'm sure he does not know the difference between GDP and GNP. But it's my bad that at times I have to debate with illiterates on the other side. And this is not my arrogance speaking. I'm just speaking and stating the hard facts. Let's be very clear. First and foremost, highest number of kidnappings, highest number of abductions, highest number of people on the roads begging for arms, highest number of minors being subjected to child trafficking. Do you know which state stands number 1? It is the state of Tamil Nadu. On every human development index, Tamil Nadu has gone down the tube thanks to M.K. Stalin. इसलिए यहाँ बैठकर governance पर भाषण मत दो. The second point is this. Let's stick to Waqf, Preeti. What does section 3 and 4 of the Waqf say? They say that if the Waqf decides that Sanju Verma's house or Preeti Choudhry's property belongs to Waqf, no questions asked, suo moto, the Waqf will take that over. What do sections 80, 82, 83, 85 of the Waqf say? They say that the Waqf tribunal will decide any dispute, not the High Court, not the Supreme Court of India, which means that the Waqf tribunal is a law unto itself. What are the amendments that we are proposing? We are saying that the district commissioner or the district magistrate should have a say in disputes. Government property cannot be encroached by Waqf. We are saying let women also be a part of the Waqf board. Let there be transparency. Let there be inclusivity. My simple submission is, why are people rattled when we want to bring in transparency and inclusion in the running of Waqf? This is the same law which says, we believe in right to equality, Article 14, Article 15. So, aapki right to equality kahan gayi? As per right to equality, why should Muslims be given special status under Waqf?
Okay, time is up. I appreciate both of you for joining us. Thank you there. It's a conversation which is going to go down in days to come. Still, the merits of the Waqf Amendment Bill, that wasn't what the debate is about. It was about the politics behind it. And we're going to continue asking the questions there, especially why the BJP allies are not on board, and especially how the India Alliance seemingly coming together on the Waqf Amendment Bill, the protests there, and a clear eye on Bihar elections in 6 months, and then of course Tamil Nadu elections, but the Muslim vote doesn't matter there, so posturing on that account. Festivals become new communal flashpoints. What was Holi and Ramzan became Holi versus Ramzan. What is Ram Navami and Eid is being painted as Ram Navami versus Eid. From festivals of sharing joy and celebration to festivals on high alert. Ahead of Navratri, Ram Navami and Eid, fresh diktats, demands, laced with communal tension, are cutting through India's social fabric. Flashpoint 1, Uttar Pradesh and Delhi. BJP MLA in UP demands that all meat shops be shut during Navratri, even though the festival of Eid falls during Navratri.
9 दिन में नवरात्रों में कोई मीट की शॉप नहीं खुलेगी, ठीक है ना? सत्य कराइए, उनको बुला के बात करिए, ठीक है ना? चलिए, कोई दुकान नहीं खुलेगी।
कैसी सरकार है? बताइए, नवरात्र के समय पर भारतीय जनता पार्टी क्या कर रही है, क्या योजना लेकर के आई है कि एक बोतल के संग एक बोतल शराब फ्री। योगी जी को ये नहीं पता कि नवरात्र शुरू होने जा रहे हैं।
Flashpoint 2, same sentiment echoes in Delhi.
अध्यक्ष जी, सारे अधिकारियों को निर्देश दे दिए गए हैं, कोई भी मांस मच्छी वाला दिल्ली में इलीगल बैठा हुआ है तो उसको तुरंत हटाने का निर्देश हमने दे दिया।
एक तरफ तो नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने कहा है कि सौगातें मोदी बांटना पड़ेगा। देवेंद्र फडणवीस से लेके जो बीजेपी के मुख्यमंत्री हैं, चंद्रबाबू नायडू, चिराग पासवान, नीतीश कुमार, सब तो इफ्तार पार्टी कर रहे हैं और भाजपा के लोग गाली दे रहे हैं। तो गले लगाना है कि गाली देना है, पहले बीजेपी स्पष्ट कर दे।
Flashpoint 3, a bizarre ban comes up in Sambhal, UP. Ban on namaz on roads or wait for it, even rooftops.
दुर्घटना से बचने के लिए यह सुनिश्चित किया जा रहा है कि रोड और छतों पर नमाज अदा न हो, क्योंकि छतों पर यह संभव है कि भारी संख्या में भीड़ इकट्ठा होने से दुर्घटना घटित हो सकती है।
While one can understand the ban on namaz on roads as it can cause public inconvenience, but what explains a ban on namaz on roofs? Incomprehensible. Another cop goes on to say something borderline threatening.
आप यदि ईद की सिवैया खिलाना चाहते हो तो आपको गुजिया भी खानी पड़ेगी, ये गुजिया खाओ हम सिवैया।
Would he have got away if he had said, if you want to eat gujia, then you will have to eat sevai? Festivals politicized, religious harmony compromised. Top focus on India today.
All right, viewers, that's our top focus in our second debate. But before we go, there are two things we want to, once again focus on. While policing is great and we need to respect the authorities, but two statements have been made which we just played out, and I'd like to play them again, which should be deemed troublesome. Number one, a ban in Sambhal on offering namaz on rooftops. One can completely understand why there should be a ban on offering namaz on roads. It's public inconvenience, but on rooftops. Why? Well, the police says that a lot of people can assemble there. But what if only 6 or 7 people want to offer namaz on rooftops? Number two, if a cop says, sevai agar khani hai to gujia bhi khani hogi, what if it was the other way around? Would he have gotten away with that? Listen into both these statements.
नमाज के लिए निर्देशित कर दिया गया कि सड़कों पर नहीं पढ़ी जाएगी और उस पर लोग सहमत भी हैं। इनके द्वारा एक मुद्दा उठाया गया कि छतों पर नमाज पढ़ने दिया जाए मस्जिद से सटे हुए, तो उसमें कहा गया है कि उसकी जांच करा दी जाएगी। अगर उसमें लगता है कि परमिशन देने से कोई अनहोनी होने की आशंका है तो उसमें परमिशन नहीं दी जाएगी।
आप सब विश्वास के साथ रहें, भाई ऐसा कोई किसी के साथ कुछ वो नहीं होगा, पर हर आदमी को अपना अधिकार है। पर आप यदि ईद की सिवैया खिलाना चाहते हो तो आपको गुजिया भी खानी पड़ेगी, ये गुजिया खाओ हम सिवैया। तो दोनों पक्ष खाओ, पर यहाँ गड़बड़ हो जाती है जहाँ एक पक्ष खाने को तैयार, दूसरा खाने जा, तो यहाँ भाईचारा खत्म हो जाता।
Might have been said in jest, but the implication could be threatening to many. Because what we've also seen of late, a number of festivals, which somewhere down the line has resulted in a fair amount of tension, be it what happened during Holi in Mathura, where there was a demand to keep Muslims away from Holi celebrations. In Madhya Pradesh during Ramzan, there was also a call to make sure that Muslims only buy from Muslims, an economic boycott of Hindus buy there. Then multiple Kumbh, anti-Sanatani or non-Sanatani rather, people restricted from setting up shops where the Kumbh was concerned. And when it was the Kanwar Yatra in 2024, on the route, every shop was mandated to display whether of what faith they came from. So at the back of all of that, some questions that we put forth before we cut across to our panel. The questions that we ask: have festivals now become the new communal flashpoint? Politicization of festivals threatening interfaith solidarity of what India has been known and celebrated for. The next question that we pose, meat or namaz ban a form of cultural imposition? Let's take all these questions to our panelists this evening. Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party; Ghanshyam Tiwari, Spokesperson, Samajwadi Party; Rajat Sethi, political commentator; Rashid Kidwai, political analyst. Sanju Verma, once again, I would, telling all our panelists 2 minutes each, and we'll come back and offer them 2 minutes more to speak. Sanju Verma, the question, I'll ask you that, which we posed. If the same cop had said, agar gujiya khani hai to sevai khani hogi, would it have, led to no reaction at all? Because many would suggest this is borderline threatening.
Preeti, let me be very clear. This entire debate about gujiya versus sevaiya, and, pork versus beef, halal versus hijab, the limited point is simply this. What I fail to understand is why is a police officer or an IPS officer talking about Gujia and Savaiya, the news, but we have spent lesser time on the fact that the Deputy Commissioner of Nagpur was attacked with an axe by radical Islamist goons. Puri ki puri media ke muh mein tab dahi jam gaya. We have spent less time debating on the fact that the circle officer of Sambal, Nadu Choudhry, was attacked with Molotov cocktails and swords and knives by a radical Islamist bunch led by Samajwadi Party MLA Shoaib Iqbal and his son Iqbal Mahmood. And we have spent less time debating about the fact that 23-year-old Ankit Saxena was stabbed multiple times at the peak of Shaheen Bagh riots by radical Islamist goons. More time was spent on the fact that then a senior BJP minister said that, कि गद्दारों को तो गोली से मारना चाहिए, गद्दारों की आरती तो नहीं उतारी जाएगी. My limited point is, why is that the media is hell-bent on creating a convoluted narrative? I live in Maharashtra, and I tell you that with brazen impunity, there are radical Islamist goons who flout the Bombay High Court verdict, which says that from 10 p.m. in the night till 6 a.m. in the morning, you cannot have azan blaring from loudspeakers. अभी कोर्ट का जो निर्णय है आपको सुनना नहीं है, because what you said, you simply say, I am only doing what the constitution gives me by way of a right under article 26. जब हम कहते हैं under article 14, under article 15, there is right to equality, and hence, beyond a point, you have to toe the line when it comes to the legal machinery. They say, nahi bhai, we are a law unto ourselves. What does the media say? But Sanju Verma, see, the Muslim community, they decided to postpone their Ramadan celebrations by a day.
Okay,
ma'am. The Durga Puja Visarjan
Ma'am,
was
time
also
is
the
up.
same day.
Time is up. I just want to remind you, Sanju Verma, you were on my show where we did that entire show on what happened in Nagpur, especially where the women cops were harassed. So to say that we did not carry that story, we did therefore.
Not name you, Preeti.
I'm just saying, ma'am, I'm not saying anything.
I did not name you.
Ma'am, all I am saying, allow me to complete. That because we
Why
highlighted.
do you get so defensive?
I'm not at all.
Preeti.
You see me defensive at all. I'm just saying we carried that story and
You
we will
should
carry
not be.
this story
You
as
should
well.
not be.
I'm not. I want to bring in Ghanshyam Tiwari, and once again, faders will be down after 2 minutes of submissions made by the panelists. Ghanshyam Tiwari, today you are being accused of flaring communal passions by bringing up what many suggest is policing before a possible untoward incident, because many have happened before.
Good evening, Preeti, to you, my fellow co-panelists and the viewers. If I could, in the state the country is heading towards, I would rather make it a 2 minutes of silence. Because every minute that BJP gets its act together, it shows new models of hatred in the country. The world is talking about artificial intelligence, an era of artificial intelligence. BJP is manufacturing an era of artificial intolerance. They will ensure that no matter what you are doing at your home, their nefarious design, their conspiratorial model will get you. It will stop you from celebrating Holi. It will stop you from wishing Holi to your neighbor, irrespective of their religion. It will stop you from celebrating Ram Navami. It will stop you in the way that you are going to eat. It will stop you in the way who you are going to marry. It will stop you in the way your films are going to be produced. And they will carry a baggage of manufactured and fact-based history that can date anywhere from the age of Ramayana to the age of Aurangzeb. Because we are right now governed by a set of people who do not care about what the nation needs. There is not one BJP member of parliament. If you ask me, is it easier for Mr. Adityanath to to grow in height by an inch or to solve the problem of unemployment, I will say it is easier for him to grow in height by an inch. Because these people are hell-bent that the youth in India should not think about unemployment or employment. The youth in India should not think about exam paper leaks. The youth in India should not think about how the artificial intelligence will take away jobs from the service sector that this government has no responsibility towards. The youth in India should think about this fake narrative that they have built around mudra loans, that they have distributed probably 50 crore mudra loans, which means one mudra loan or two mudra loans every family in the country. These kind of fake narratives are there because BJP can prop up its corrupt crony capitalists that continue to take monopolistic roles in Indian economy and destroy small and medium businesses. This is just another example of the same agenda.
All right, sir. Well done. You finished dot on 2 minutes. I want to bring Rajat Sethi into this conversation. Rajat Sethi, one thing is clear, that festivals, be it what, Eid, Ram Navami, Holi, Ramadan, have all somewhere down the line become communal flashpoints. But now to move a step ahead and, I'm talking about the current context, to moot banning of meat in a state during the frame of Navratri, when Eid falls during the same period, banning namaz being offered on roads, one can understand it, somewhere down the line comes in and hinders public convenience. But to ban namaz on rooftops, is this not cultural imposition?
Well, Preeti ji, good evening. The sense that I'm getting is that media seems to be ahead of the narrative curve here. They want to foresee that something untoward or something deeply communal is going to happen in our country. We have seen Holi, which was largely, barring one or two events here and there, it has been a peaceful festival through and through. Also, I need to tell you that meat eaters in our country are majority. They should also yield a space for the minorities, which are vegetarian in our country. So this give and take in a deeply diverse country like ours should always happen. Somebody has to yield a space and be tolerant or appreciative of the other's perspective. And both the communities, Hindus, Muslims, have to ensure that the common ground of peace and prosperity always remain and takes the primacy no matter what event, what festival comes our way. I agree with you. On road, there should be absolutely no namaz. That is not even allowed anywhere in the world. That is basic civic sense that all of us should have. We cannot erect a temple in the middle of a highway. You cannot start praying on the middle of the highway. It is as simple as possible. Now, you need to try and, add some communal colors to it. The government has taken a position onto it. That media is free to do that. I believe that media sort of puts the fodder in front and allows the usual suspect from both the communities to come in and hijack the narrative. That is the real problem. You shouldn't be having this discussion. We have mature people on both the sides. Give a chance to them. They will figure out how to coexist. We've been coexisting for far too long now. When media wasn't even there. So I believe, take a step back. Everything will be peaceful. The diktat has been given. Government wants to ensure that there is no untoward incident. And therefore, it has come up with some solution that both the communities respect it. I don't understand where the flare-up you are trying to guess will happen on the 1st or the 31st of March. I don't see that.
Well, Rajat Sethi, I don't think anybody is trying to second guess on what's going to happen on the 31st of March. Nobody's trying to preempt an untoward incident. But I think it is the media's responsibility, surely, to highlight if something wrong is taking place. And when I speak of cultural imposition, to suggest banning of meat at a time where there is Eid, why can't Ram Navami be celebrated without banning of meat? If you don't want to partake in meat, you don't have to. We've done that, what you quoted, for centuries. And we're doing that right now, and we should continue to do so. To banning a particular community from offering namaz on rooftops is bizarre. And I would reckon maybe a lot of people are not used to the media highlighting it now, but the media should highlight that it's bizarre. But I want to bring in, and I'll circle back to you for your 2 minutes. I'm sure you want to come back. I want to circle in and get Rashid Kidwai into this conversation. Rashid Kidwai, how much is it politics? How much is it cultural?
I think, Preeti, to my mind, it's a silly season. It's a silly season because political parties, individuals, people who are supposedly part of administration, they are talking about things that is against the very grain of constitution. There is nothing Islamic about eating non-vegetarian food. Non-vegetarian food is not part of Islam. it is a dietary, like or a dislike. Now, it's been from time immemorial, the communities in India have coexisted and festivals have come. We have this kind of lunar calendar where every, I think 30 years or so, there would be a month long, 3, Ramzans and 3 Navratris will come together. All this thing, Ram Navamis will come together. There's never been any kind of clash. This is being because the rule of law is not being imposed, because there is a tussle going on among the political parties and within a political party, a kind of thing to become a bigger champion of a particular faith. And that is causing such as the overt politicization of all these, festivals and eating habits. You look at the entire Bengal, you look at entire Kashmir, you will see a large number of people having a particular, dietary preference. So it has not got to do with any caste or community. In North India, prices of meat fall during Navratras. That means that, it is the majority community which is consuming more meat than, so to say, the minority community. And the price difference indicates that. I think communities are quite, sure-footed, but it is the kind of so-called leaders who are aggravating, and many of them are seeking limelight. To blame media is like shooting a messenger. It is not that, media told, the circle officer of Sambal to make some, atrocious remarks, or many other pronouncements that are being made by MLAs of political party, and the kind of counter argument that is being made. One last thing about that mosque and this is of course in a way improper and I would say illegal to be praying on streets. But Preeti, there is a problem because the Muslim population is not, they are not getting places to build, construct mosque, in cities and in areas, and therefore they need government permission. So if the permission is not given, if there is no mosque for, let's say, in 30 years in a particular place, and population has gone up, where are those going to? Okay. Namazis are going to go.
All right, sir, your 2 minutes are over. The next line, we're going to give 1 minute each, and if we have time, we're going to offer 1 more minute to all our panelists. Sanju Verma, I'll begin with you. You made a point, Sanju Verma, and one of my producers have just asked that question, and they want to know, Sanju Verma, you say that a particular cop made that statement because he was attacked by Molotov cocktails by a radical Islamist group. Let's say that was correct. And yes, he was attacked. And yes, let's say he was attacked by a radical Islamist group. Does that still give him the authority to make what many would say is a communally laced statement like that and action not be taken?
Preeti, with no offense to your producers, I will say what I wish to say. And I think I'm very responsible. First and foremost, I agree with Rajat. Reading namaz on the streets is wrong. Even if somebody says build a temple in the middle of a highway, I will condemn it. I'm going to make no bones about it. Meri secularism, convenient secularism nahi hai. But let me just say this. First and foremost, my rebuttal to Rashid Kidwai, who's very erudite. He says, mosques build karne mein bahut permission lag jati hai. Isliye, log sadak ke beech mein namaz padhte hain. Let me say this, Preeti. Today, there are more than 8.7 lakh properties worth more than 2 lakh crore, worth more than 9.4 lakh acres, which come under the ambit of Waqf. Now, Waqf board se पूछना चाहती हूँ, you have 8.7 lakh properties under your ambit. आप मॉस्क क्यों नहीं बनवाते, मस्जिद क्यों नहीं बनवाते, आपकी जमात के लोगों को सड़क के बीच में नमाज पढ़ने की भला क्या जरूरत है? And my last point to Ghanshyam Tiwari, who says unemployment, Ghanshyam, we are today a $4.3 trillion economy. Have some sensitivity and congratulate the BJP.
All right, time up. Ghanshyam Tiwari, I give you 1 minute. Ghanshyam Tiwari, the fact is, it's a tad bit rich coming in from the Samajwadi Party. History stands testimony of a line of appeasement policies that your political outfit followed, and today you're seemingly standing on the divide of secularism. Many would think that's a tad bit hilarious. Sir, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Preeti, when we abstract things, then we lose the specifics of it sometimes. What is the specific of it? The specific of it is we have a batenge katenge party ruling the country. The RSS says batenge katenge. Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh says batenge katenge. They stand for batenge katenge. This is their model. Yogi Adityanath went into election saying it's an 80-20 election. His track record is not of winning gold medals at IIT like Rajat. His track record is of section 153A, various other sections that are criminal sections as per his own affidavit that has taken him 10 years to wipe out. So this is the model of BJP. Every new example feeds into that particular model. And for BJP to congratulate this trillion economy, that trillion, I think every one of us should get up and congratulate Adani ji that mutually they are richer parties. BJP has 13,000 crores in 10 years, amassed 13,000 crores through chandas. Who gave this money? So let us not go there. The moot point is today. Everyone in India who wants to get the benefit from BJP, they will participate in this festival of hatred that BJP has made it.
Sir, time is up. Allow me to bring in Rajat Sethi into that conversation. Rajat Sethi, your 1 minute begins now. Closing comments, sir.
What is my question? What is the question? What do I talk about? I have said what I had to.
Okay, you've said what you had to. No, with the comments that you made.
Can I just come in for 20 seconds?
Sanju Verma very quickly has taken that 1 minute of Rajat Sethi. And saying, I want to
I have nothing to say. This is a
okay,
topic.
Sanju Verma, take that 1 minute. Otherwise, I would have posed a question. Yes, go ahead.
No,
make your
let me
point.
just come in for 20 seconds.
20 seconds, ma'am. 20 seconds. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. And I thank Rajat for being so generous, giving me his time, a little bit of it I'll be.
And I have a question for Rajat, but you make your point because you immediately raised your hand and saying, I'm taking it. Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, now your audience needs to listen to this, and even people like Ghanshyam Tiwari who speak lies with brazen impunity. Licious Bharat mein MyGlam, Echo, Farmizi, Zeta, Grow, Black Duck, Mama, Cast 24, Cred, Physics Wala, Global Bees. These are all startups that have
okay, ma'am, 30 minutes over. Allow me to bring Rajat back into this conversation.
They are unicorns.
He was gracious to give you your 30 seconds. Allow him to bring Rajat Sethi very quickly. If you can encapsulate the question that I wanted to ask you is, it's not about an untoward incident. Aren't we all glad nothing happened on Holi? But should we not point out when meat, offering namaz on chats or rooftops is being used as a dog whistle to attack a community?
No, the same you can say about the other community also. When that similar diktat was given on the holy day that do not put colors when the other community people do not want to. I think, see, you want to see through colored lenses. That is the whole problem. Don't see it from that perspective. See that there are certain precautionary measures which are taken so that nobody loses life. More than narrative, lives are important. And I believe lives should stay as a paramount objective for all the law and order responsible agencies of all the states. If you go on the rooftop, what if some stone pelting happens? Then what will happen? Should we debate that right now or not? See, you can go on and on, and I believe.
All right, okay. But I don't think, Rajat Sethi, I don't think we are viewing anything as a section of the media. I personally think we are viewing nothing from a particular tint of glasses. Ma'am, please allow me to bring in another guest. Can I just get, there's something wrong with the PCR today. There were faders which were supposed to go down. 1 second. I want to bring in Rashid Kidwai. We are running out of time. Rashid Kidwai, closing comments, 1 minute begins now.
Preeti, it's very simple. The rule of law must prevail. We are a constitutional democracy. Country cannot be governed by the whims and fancies of an individual or a political party. Therefore, it's a very simple thing. People who are particularly given task of law enforcement or part of administration, they must not, make a distinction between a particular community or other. And the entire attempt to otherize a particular community, I think that's very painful, and that is something which is very politically volatile. Also, we must, look at all citizens as equal, at par, and the rule of law must, be enforced irrespective of what person's faith is or what they are practicing.
10 seconds, Ghanshyam Tiwari, because 35 seconds were given to Sanju Verma. 10 seconds and I close the show.
Well, every one of your viewers will know of a tree. Hinduism is like a banyan tree. Every one of us would know of a tree, a place next to a roadside where people pray. When you start creating these kind of doubts in people's mind that rooftop is not allowed, tree is not allowed, you are just creating endless battlegrounds so that your propaganda can win.
All right, okay. I'm going to close the show. Just want to close it on that account that we are not trying to view something or trying to create something which is not there on a certain tint of glasses like some panelists alleged. We are just reporting what it is. And if there is a cop who's going to suggest that agar seviya khani hai to gujia bhi khani hogi, one should call it a tad bit threatening. Or that meat should be banned during Navratra in Uttar Pradesh and in Delhi, forgetting that there is Eid also which falls during those days.